Learn how to drive a car. Part 2. Getting the basics down. 1. Put on your seatbelt. In most places in the world, driving without wearing a seatbelt is illegal. Seatbelts greatly reduce the possibility of serious injury or death if you happen to be involved in an accident. 2. Always start your car with your foot on the brake. When you turn it on, the car will move forward by itself if your foot isn't on the brake. With your foot on the brake in starting position, you're ready to start driving. 3. Turn on the engine and release the parking brake, if necessary. Put your keys in the ignition, which is usually to the right side of the steering wheel, and turn clockwise. Note that in some newer vehicles, provided the keys are actually inside the car, all you need to do is push the power, or ignition, button for the engine to start. 4. Learn how to back your car out. If your car is parked in a car park or a driveway, chances are you're going to need to reverse your car out in order to begin driving. Although it may seem intimidating, there are only a couple of things for you to remember. Put your car in reverse and double check. If your car isn't in reverse, your car won't go backwards. Look over your shoulder and turn your head to get a good view of where you're going. Gently remove your foot from the brake pedal and do not put your foot on the accelerator. For your first couple of times backing out, don't worry about putting your foot on the accelerator. You can move your car simply by removing your foot from the brake. Your car will move slowly, but you won't risk accidentally running into something or someone. Remember that the steering wheel is reversed in reverse. When driving your car forward, if you turn the steering wheel to the right, your car will also turn to the right, and vice versa. This is because your wheels turn that way. When going in reverse, turning the steering wheel to the right will make your car turn to the left, while turning the steering wheel to the left will make your car turn to the right. Keep this in mind as you back your car out. Use your brake whenever you need to slow down. Press your foot gently but firmly on the brake pedal to slow the car down if necessary. 5. When you're ready to move your car forwards, come to a complete stop and put the car into drive. Put your foot on the brake pedal. Shift your car into drive so that it can begin to move forward, and then take your foot off the brake pedal. Slowly press down on the acceleration pedal with your foot to get the car to move forwards. Accelerate until you've reached the speed limit, and then take your foot off the accelerator, hovering it over the brake pedal in case you need to slow down. 6. Hold both hands on the steering wheel at the 9 and 3 o'clock position. Imagine that the steering wheel is a clock. Place your left hand where the number 9 would be on a clock, and your right hand where the number 3 would be. 4. Especially for beginners, do not try to hold the steering wheel with only one hand, because you are more likely to lose control of the car, which could cause an accident. 7. Use your blinkers, also called indicators or turn signals. Your blinkers are flashing orange or red lights. Some cars have red lights as blinkers on either side of the rear of the car, next to the brake lights. They are really important when driving as they let other cars know that you're wanting to switch lanes or turn in a specific direction. The blinker switch is located on the left side of the steering wheel. Flick it up to indicate you want to turn right, for turning or switching lanes to the right, or flick it down to indicate you want to turn left, for turning or switching lanes to the left. 8. Learn how to turn the car using the hand-over-hand method. Turning is quite easy once you get used to it. Like most things when driving, it's very intuitive. If you only need to turn the car slightly, turn the steering wheel in the direction you want to travel, but try keeping your hands at the 9 and 3 position. If you're making a harder turn, use the hand-over-hand method. Say you're turning right. Turn the steering wheel clockwise, leading with the right hand. When your right hand gets to the 4 or 5 position, release it and cross it over your left hand. Re-grip the wheel and continue turning. To straighten out the car after a turn, simply loosen your grip in both hands and the steering wheel will automatically begin correcting itself. Apply more pressure to slow down the correction. Apply less pressure to speed it up. Your hands should stay stationary as the steering wheel moves back to its original spot. 9. Learn how to switch lanes. At some point when driving, you'll need to switch from one lane to another, sometimes quickly. Doing so is easy. but you have to remember to indicate to let other drivers know that you're planning on switching lanes. Here are some things to keep in mind whilst switching lanes. Indicate with your blinkers for at least 2 seconds before beginning to switch lanes. This lets other drivers know what you are planning to do. Quickly scan your mirrors and look over your shoulder to check for any cars in your blind spots. Don't just rely on your mirrors to tell you where other cars are. Use your eyes to quickly look for yourself before actually switching lanes. Slowly move the car into the other lane. Turn your hands on the steering wheel ever so slightly in order to change lanes. It only takes a very slight movement of the wheel, as most modern cars are fitted with power steering. It should take anywhere from 1 to 3 seconds for you to change lanes. Any less and you're doing it too quickly. Any more and you're doing it too slowly. 10. Stay a healthy distance behind other cars, and avoid tailgating. How far you should stay behind the car in front of you depends on how fast you are traveling. You want to give yourself 2 to 5 seconds to react, depending on your comfort level. If the car in front of you were to abruptly come to a halt, at your current speed, would you have enough time to both react and calmly slow your car down without colliding into the car in front of you? To judge this, watch as the car in front of you passes a fixed object on the road, like a billboard. As soon as the car passes that object, begin counting. 1 1000, 2 1000, 3 1000. How many seconds does it take for your car to pass the same object on the road? Thanks for watching. See you in the next videos.